Hey guys, now that I got my hand on the entire Godox lineup, I wanted to make one video showing you the entire system and what you can expect out of all the different pieces. So to start off, we got the X1 radio controller. It's a 2.4 gigahertz radio controller that will allow you to control the power output, TTL, modes, all that of all the different units in the X1 system. Now you can also use the Speedlights or the AD360 as a controller for the other units as well. Which brings us to the first Speedlight. This is a TT685. This is a AA Speedlight with HSS, TTL. It can also act as a master for all the other units. This is the Godox V860 version 2. This can also be used as a master. And the only difference between this and the TT685 is that this is powered off of a lithium-ion battery that allows it to recharge a little bit faster and also has a little bit higher capacity than the AA's would. Now, there's a manual version of the TT685 called the TT600, so it's pretty much the same flash except it only has it doesn't have TTL, only manual functions. And then there is a manual version of the V860, which is called the V860II, and that's going to be your same lithium-ion battery, but that's not going to have any TTL functions. Then we get up to basically the medium light in the set, and that is a Godox AD360 version 2. This has TTL, HSS. This can also be used as a master if you have the shoe on it, but I don't know who's going to want to put this on their camera, but has the option if you want. This is actually powered off of this battery, the PB960, and basically this is kind of a medium from the Speedlights to the big Monolight, which I'm going to show next. This is also an omnidirectional head. Comes with this reflector, so you can actually use this with larger softboxes and still get that omnidirectional bounce without having the form factor of a much larger monolight. This recycles quite fast. You get about 2.5 seconds with the Y adapter at full power, so it's still pretty quick light. It's a lot more convenient than this gigantic one, but I'll get into that next. This is the Godox AD600, and this is their biggest light. This is a 600 watt light. Again, it can be controlled by the X1 or any of the Speedlights. This is the only piece of the puzzle that actually will not have master control. So obviously there's no way to put this on the camera, but it can be controlled by any of these units or the X1. Basically you get 5 groups, up to 600 watts. At full power, it's recycling in about 2.5 seconds. There is 4 different versions of this on the market from the main distributor. So there is a AD600 that is a Godox mount TTL monolight. There is the AD600M that is a Godox mount no TTL. The M stands for manual. Then there's the AD600B Bowens mount TTL, and then there is the AD600BM Bowens mount manual version. So there's 4 different lights that you kind of have the option of getting. I went with the Bowens mount and the manual. All my other lights are TTL if I need it, but I don't really need my big lights to be TTL. I'm typically using them to be filled in one spot, so I'm not usually moving with them. But the last thing about the Godox AD600, and if you've seen my other videos, you've seen me go over this, but this can actually be converted into a pack and head unit. So right here I've got an accessory called the H600, and all it does is cables in right here, and you take the bulb that was in the existing mount and you put it right here. And so this is about 7 pounds. The AD600 itself is about 7 pounds, so it's quite hefty to put up on a stand. This H600 head is only 1.5 pounds. I think I weighed it yesterday for another video. And you still get your Bowens mount. You still get any systems that you have in here. So if you have TTL, this is going to be TTL. If you have, they all have high-speed sync, so this is going to have high-speed sync as well. So yeah, this is just a nice thing to put up on a stand. You can use this as a counterweight as well.